What's up everybody, Max Digital here, and in this video we have the Samsung Galaxy A42 5G. It's a mid-range device, 5G device available from Samsung. Let's take a look. So here the A42 5G is a $400 device available from Samsung. It's primarily found in Verizon. So here in the United States, you'll be going to take advantage of super fast 5G speeds, ultra wide, if you're in those select cities. Now that coverage is very sparse. It's down to a city block. So on one side of the street you might get super fast speeds, you cross the street you got super slow speeds. But anyways, it's a very affordable 5G device from Samsung on America's largest 5G network, and really fast, ultra wide, if you're lucky to be in that part of the city or part of the street. But anyways, let's go ahead and talk about what's good, what's bad on this device. The first thing let's talk about is the price. You got $400. Now that brings this phone in line to the very budget category, even less than mid-range prices. So this is not going to cost $1,000, it's not going to cost $1,100, and you're getting a very impressive setup for that price. Now this phone is a little bit above, as in specs wise, is the Galaxy A32 5G, which is available for either $30 or $300. So for an extra $100 here, you're getting a little bit of extra features. So the overall build quality of this phone is going to be plastic. It's going to be plastic. Samsung loves plastic. Even the high-end S21 doesn't even have that super premium feel on the back with glass or anything like that. So all around, this device is going to be, a plastic device, plastic frame, stuff like that. But it feels in line with the price. So for the overall size of the device, you have 6.47 inches in height, 3 inches in width, 0.34 inches in thickness. It weighs a little bit less than the A32. It's 6.81 ounces, so pretty lightweight. So for the screen and display, it's a little bit disappointing because this is a 6.6 inch 720 display, so it's not even full HD. This is the same screen quality as the A32, which is free or $300. Although this is a super AMOLED display, it doesn't have that. It doesn't even have 1080p resolution for the screen. You're getting only 266 ppi, so that's very much a low end, less than low end screen quality for the price that you're paying. I mean, I've seen sub $100 super cheapo $50 phones on prepaid that offer 1080p. So although you're not going to be disappointed in the quality because Samsung makes really nice screens, just on the spec sheet, that is very poor having 720 display. That's one of the sacrifices you're getting for having a budget $400 super fast 5G phone. So if you can live with that, this shouldn't be a problem. For the software, you're getting Android 11, which was upgraded from Android 10. So that's one positive. You're getting Samsung UI on top. It's one of the good things about Samsung that they're making a commitment to upgrading devices from all different price points. And it's being more in line with Google, where they're constantly upgrading their devices. So this is a good sign. If you have if you want a lot of features, Samsung UI will suit you just fine. This is the same type of software that's going to be found on $1,000 devices, so you won't be disappointed in all the custom features and stuff that are found on Samsung UI devices. This will be the same thing on a cheap device from Samsung or a high-end flagship, so it's good to know that the software is very robust. For the processor, you're getting a Qualcomm Snapdragon 750G processor, 755G processor, which is not too bad. It seems like it's getting a quality processor. It's not flagship by any means. It's not the Snapdragon 888, but for this price point, this processor will definitely let you run all the apps that typical people use on a daily basis. I mean, you're going to be doing all types of video watching, YouTube, WhatsApp, Telegram, taking pictures, sending emails, playing a few games here and there. You're definitely going to get a lot out of this processor. Shouldn't have any problems running all the things that normal people do. Same thing goes with the RAM. You could get this in 4 gigs of RAM, and it's not a lot, especially since other phones are offering 6 gigs of RAM, but it will do what you need it to do. It'll be kind of, you'll need to be running a lot of apps to make this phone crash the apps in the background or close them, but 4 gigs should be good enough for most people, no problem. For the internal storage, you're getting a very good 128 gigs of internal storage, and that's even better when you combine it with the micro SD card slot. So there's no storage problem on this device to download all your games and videos and music and all that type of good stuff. So that's actually one really good feature, because it's really close to flagships that offer 128 gigs of storage. So storage is not a problem on this device. Camera setup is pretty good. It has a quadruple camera in the back, 48 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and then you have the 5 megapixel macro, 5 megapixel depth. All I gotta say is that this camera system, all you should really care about is the main camera and the ultra wide. The ultra wide is very good. It has 123 degree field of view, so you're gonna get a nice wide shot. That's probably even better than some other flagship phones out there, so you won't be disappointed in the videos and the pictures on this device. It's not going to be flagship, but it will definitely be making a lot of people happy. And you could also shoot video in up to 4K, so that's pretty good as well. The selfie camera has a 20 megapixel shooter, but it only shoots video in 1080p, which is to me a kind of a low end feature. You can find 1080p on a lot of cheap Android phones out there for the selfie camera, but I digress. It's going to be a very good camera for most people. You won't be disappointed, and it's not going to be impressive as a flagship $1,000 device. You got a nice little bonus of a headphone jack, so you can hook up your headphones, your mic, or your to your car via an aux cord to listen to music. So a lot of people will be happy with this feature. If you have fully embraced wireless, you also got Bluetooth on board, 5.0, so you can hook up your wearables such as your smartwatch, smartband, wireless headphones, speakers, all that good stuff. This device will have no problems on the wireless department. You also get the standard USB Type-C port for charging. It's found on a lot of other devices, not just smartphones and Android phones, but on tablets, on Chromebooks, MacBooks, laptops, all types of other devices. For security and unlocking, this phone uses a under-the-display optical fingerprint reader, which is actually pretty good for this price point. This is a feature typically found on flagships or more expensive devices. It's a very nice way of unlocking your device, more contemporary, so you wouldn't be disappointed with that feature. Battery life is also pretty good. You got a 5,000 milliamp battery. That should get you through most of the day, if not the whole day, depending on how much 5G usage you actually use, but it is not disappointing. If you do need a little bit of a charge throughout the day, it does offer fast charging, but only at 15 watts. But overall, the battery life is quite good and quite impressive, especially at this price point. Very, very nice. So what are my impressions of this device, the Samsung Galaxy A42 5G? Well, I'm very impressed with the $400 price point. That $400 price point, and it's going to be able to be used on Verizon's ultra-wide network if you're lucky to be in that little small area of super fast coverage. You do get some features that really make it stand out, such as the 4K camera. You get a Snapdragon processor, and you get 128 gigs of storage with micro SD card slot. You get a headphone jack, but there are some things. Well, I also do like the under the display fingerprint reader. That's more reserved for flagships. But one of the things that brings this phone down a little bit is just things like the selfie camera doesn't shoot in 4K. It has the same type of features that are found on cheaper devices such as the A42 5G, also from Samsung, and you can't find this phone really in the US. If you want to get this phone, you're pretty much just going to only be able to use this on Verizon if you want to take advantage of all the 5G support on this device. But regardless, even for a $400 device, it's pretty good all around. You do have just, pretty much all the bases covered here. It shouldn't disappoint a lot of people. This should make a lot of people happy. And if you're lucky to get this in a ultra wideband 5G coverage area from Verizon, this phone will just fly. So other than that, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.